Hey, just a heads up, this video may contain some potentially triggering content that some may find disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised. Also, in order for this to stop, I have to ask you not to harass anyone mentioned in this video. It's just unneeded and it only exacerbates the issue at hand. Thanks and enjoy the video. How goes it? Big Bad here. So at the time of writing, Battlefield 6 has just wrapped up its first open beta weekend a couple of days ago. I personally had a great time playing BF6, and I look forward to playing it more when the beta comes back later this week. As to be expected, this beta has generated a lot of buzz. Content creators from all corners of the internet have been eager to try the game out. One of these creators goes by the name RileyCS, a transgender YouTuber and streamer who mainly plays FPS games like Battlefield and Call of Duty. She's part of a team called Team EXE, a gaming team that uses aim trainers such as Kovacs and aim labs to make their aim as precise as humanly possible. This came to my attention when Tectone quote-tweeted a clip of her playing BF6, accusing her of being
a grown man pretending to be a little girl, cheating in an open beta while denying it in every post. So fucking gay brother, get a grip.
This led to Riley being sent a torrent of transphobic abuse, which we'll get into in a second. But before we get into that, let's take a look at this clip everyone's been talking about.
Wow, I flicked straight at that guy through the wall. Oopsie.
As we can see, she kills the enemy in front of her and then immediately does a 90-degree turn to the left and preempts towards an enemy that's on the other side of a rock. Now if you're not familiar with Battlefield, you might assume that she's using wall hacks, but in reality, if you zoom in on the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see the enemy she kills is highlighted on the minimap. This happens when they fire an unsuppressed weapon. So what happened here was that while Riley was killing the first enemy, she glances down at her minimap, sees the enemy approaching on her left, and then turns left to preempt where they were. This is just one example I could show you. If you want to see a more in-depth analysis of the whole clip, I'd recommend checking out this video by GreedEU, the link is in the description. As I mentioned, Riley received a lot of unjust hate for this clip. If you go into her replies, you'll see a bunch of people calling her slurs, accusing her of cheating, telling her to stay away from kids, all the typical transphobic talking points. One post I found was telling her to stay away from bridges, which references the trans girl who committed suicide by jumping off a bridge 3 months ago. This eventually ended with her Twitch account getting temporarily banned due to mass reporting. Her account was reinstated later that same day. This is completely unacceptable. Even if you think someone is cheating, that doesn't give you an excuse to personally attack them. This entire drama honestly reminds me of the time people thought Naughty was cheating on Warzone. Capital G gamers can't handle the fact that a minority is good at a video game, and so their only course of action is to harass them and accuse them of cheating. Tectone needs to take responsibility for what's happened here. His tweet was the catalyst for this whole thing. He is 100% in the wrong for making this tweet, and it's my responsibility to call out my peers when they make a mistake. So if you think I'm going to defect to Hassan's side because of what happened, you are sorely mistaken. This is why I'm making this video. Because I know for a fact Hassan is going to use this situation to generalize his detractors as nothing but hateful bigots. Protecting marginalized people has always been my mission, and I'm not going to blindly take everything Tectone says as fact just because we both share the same enemy. Tectone has received a lot of abuse from Hassan's left-leaning community in the past, and I'm not going to deny that happened. But there are better ways of coping with your trauma that don't involve going after random trans people who aren't even involved with Hassan in any way, shape or form. Not every queer person you meet is going to end up supporting Hassan. That's just statistically not true. I know plenty of queer people who hate his guts just as much as you do. You hate Hassan because you think he's woke. I hate Hassan because he supports terrorists to throw gay people off high-rises. We are not the same. Anyway, that's all I have to say on this situation. If Tectone's watching this, please do better, man. Bigotry is the weapon of our enemy. We do not need it, and we will not use it. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload.